Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. We are the Odds Couple. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Monday, March 6th.
Oof.
Mike Brenner, we're in the middle of March Madness right now in college basketball, but NBA is chugging along. And let's throw the record up, Mike Brenner. I'll tell you what I told you, the little story I told you about in the live show, Mike Brenner, on Sunday. You know, my long-term record in college basketball is actually very good. Of course, that 1 year I did come in first place at covers.
Yes, you did.
My long-term record in NBA, though, is every bit as shitty as my record this year in the NBA. And but it feels like and on Sunday I was like, listen, just don't overthink it. Cap the card. Don't put too much time into it. Don't overthink it. You know, look at what your first instincts are and go with it. I did that on Sunday. And I went 7-0 ATS.
So
Mike
there's
Brenner.
a new category. Do not overthink it category.
So now I've sort of become a George Costanza here, where I've got like a psychological trick to try to turn me into a success, which in the first 5 minutes seems like it might have
that was
be
a great
valid.
episode, by the way. I saw that one last week.
Every episode of his, like the one where he does the opposite of everything, So I don't know, man. I don't know what happened on Sunday, but I said don't overthink it, and I went 7-0, and I'm going to try to do that going forward in the NBA.
And it wasn't an easy card either, because with that being said, over the weekend, I just couldn't beat my way out of a
No, I had the Knicks plus 10 and the under in that one. That was the don't overthink it. The Sacramento Kings, that was an obvious don't overthink it play to me. So those were three of them.
Though, Pete, it's time for me to straighten up and just get this thing head in the right direction, and I'm every bit confident that I can do it. I've done it before. No excuses here, buddy. No excuses. Own it when I lose, but it's time to move forward.
And I'll give it a shot. Well, there's definitely some interesting stuff on the card today. First of all, there's the Cavs, right, on the second of the home and home. They got blown out without LeBron, without Kyrie Irving in Game 1, and now here
Kyrie
they are.
might even be sitting again tonight.
Did you?
Yeah, I've heard. I don't know. Not a fact, but I'm going to be pulling the trigger on that game. The full game.
Yeah.
I love the full game on that one. I think they'll get it done.
It was 8.5 on the overnight. Now it's up to 9. What do you think?
I'm going to take the 9. I like it. I think it's the second half where you'll see it happen. And again, that's either with Irving or not. But either way, I'm pulling the trigger, Pistol. The Heat's got to be tired.
All right, that does count as actually a don't overthink it play for me. So I'll take it with you. The Cavs -9 plus 100. That's a pinnacle line.
I love it. Love it. Love it, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, it is kind of a hard of a high line. Although if Kyrie Irving is playing,
and we'll see. Yeah. All right, keep rolling. No, we got a big slate.
All right, another one that's interesting is Houston. That's good. Wow. Good, Mike Brenner. I'm the one who's like, can't think this coming. You're right. Good instinct. All right, Houston at San Antonio. Right, the Spurs are coming off of 3 straight ATS losses, 2 OT games as a favorite, so they're pretty shaky and sluggish. Yeah. Houston picking it up a little bit. They've got coming off of 2 nice margin covers. Now they're getting 3.5 or 4. Feels like Houston would be the play here, right, Mike Brenner?
I certainly wouldn't talk anybody off the ledge. I'm going to pull the trigger, pull it, Pistol, on the first half. I like Houston getting points. San Antonio does not start off fast. You know, they're dealing with some little injuries, and I just really think that Houston has too much weapons. I think they're going to hurt them from the outside. And I think San Antonio is going to go into that locker room at home at halftime, down maybe quite a bit. What's the best shop line?
Well, the first half is +2 -110, so why not the full game? Because you think San Antonio might put it together in the second half.
If they do, it's in the second half. And they don't give a shit about ATS, but they do care about going overtime 2 games when they're a favorite. They don't want that to happen. So I'm pulling the trigger on the first half. +2, you said?
+2 -110. I like your thinking, Mike Brenner. I'll go on that one with you.
Jump in there, Pistol.
Right. Okay, the next one that's interesting is Golden State. They did get a win against the Knicks, but that makes 6 straight ATS losses for Golden State. And we kind of saw this one coming. You know, it's a tough road trip. They've been talking about how even before Durant went down, it was going to be a tough situation. Then when Durant went down, you were wondering whether the market would adjust enough to give them blind value. And obviously in the last game, they did win. But as a 10-point road favorite, it was too much. Now they're a 5.5 road favorite at Atlanta?
They're going into Atlanta. I think it's 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5.
Yeah. I'm pulling the trigger on the full game, Pistol.
Atlanta, though, has lost 6 out of their last 7 ATS. Though,
I know, and they had a game yesterday where they got tired. I'm telling you, Dwight Howard's not going to be able to handle it. But what I love about this is why I love the full game. One thing I saw, because I watched that game yesterday with Golden State, they are finding and learning how to gel again without Durant, because they did it very, very well without Durant. And literally you could see it, the way they're fluently passing the ball around. I love it. I think this is a full game because I think they're still going to be working on putting it together. A lot of confidence off that win, although they did not cover ATS. They finally got that win. And Curry got out of his shell and scored 31. So give me the best shop line for the full game.
Full game -5.5, -104.
I love it, Pistol. Is that one of those...
no, that one I did not have. I
had to throw it in there. Let's keep moving on.
All right, let's keep moving on. Good, I like it. I love it, Mike Brenner. All right, here's one that I'm going to give. I think I'm going to give. You remember when I gave? I had a couple days ago. I gave 2 picks that I was really liking. One of them was brilliant on the New Orleans Pelicans.
That was sharp.
The other one was dumb as shit. It was Orlando against the Knicks, and here we are again.
You know, I jumped on that with you. That day, I jumped on the half end of the game with you.
So
Damn,
Orlando was at home. Now here they are back at home. Now the thing is that the guy Vukovic is out, but Biyombo is coming back. Remember when he was with Toronto, same thing happened. Valanciunas went down. Guy from Czechoslovakia.
Biyombo made a name for himself,
and
I'm really surprised they got rid of him. And I'm telling you, that guy can make some noise if he's given the chance.
So I'm thinking now. In betting, you always don't want to do this when you lose one when you have a pick that you really like and it loses, and then the similar situation comes up.
You come back on.
But I'm thinking Orlando's got to be a play here, unless you think that Porzingis and Carmelo Anthony.
If I had to lean, I would definitely say Orlando, because you know what, New York's getting tired. Golden State took it out of him yesterday, and whenever Carmelo Anthony goes head to head like that, all right, look at what's happened to his stats in the last 5 games. He's shooting 33%. All right, Pete, I'm telling you, I think.
Can Porzingis carry them? Or
I don't know. He may. That guy can drill a 3, but I think these guys might be a little tired, and I would not be surprised at all if Jeff Hornacek rests 1 or 2 players.
All right, I'll take Orlando on the first half and the full game.
Go for it.
I'll do it.
Pull that trigger, pistol. What the hell?
All right, another game that I think I'm liking. Indiana at Charlotte. Indiana played yesterday at it was the early game. It was 1:00 game at Atlanta.
Oh, they got buried. In the second half they got buried.
Yeah, but I think they won. I don't remember what, but I remember I had the under on that one, which was a casher. Now they're going against Charlotte, who's going home after a 7-game road trip, and
team's in trouble too.
Yeah, they're having some issues. I'm thinking that Indiana actually might be the play here. Indiana, they
lost by 1 point yesterday, all right, but Paul George threw up 34 points. That guy's in his zone right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're they want that positioning. Pete, that might be a good call.
Yeah, and Kaminsky's out. The issue is, though, that the guy replacing him is O'Brien, who's one of these 10-day contract guys who's playing for his life.
Yeah, and look at the last guy that did that. You know who it was? It was that kid from number 11 now. He was playing yesterday, had a 10-day contract. Yogi Ferrell. I forget who he's playing with. But after that, he scored 32 points in one game, the most ever by a 10-day contract. They rewarded him with the 2 years. So you're absolutely right. The 10-day contract guy may come in and go, look what Yogi Ferrell did.
And the reality is that all these 10-day contract guys are just a hair away from being NBA players before. Yeah. So, they're coming in, they basically have NBA talent, and now they're hyper motivated. Yeah. He's just one guy, though.
Look at the D-League guy. He won the damn slam dunk contest.
I'm thinking that, no, he didn't win. He didn't win. Robinson won. But Indiana, I'm thinking that Indiana at +4 is worth a shot here.
I wouldn't talk you off the ledge, my friend. I'm not jumping on with you, but I know one thing, Paul George picking up steam. That team could be dangerous. Buddy.
Yeah, I'll take Indiana +4 just one way, +4, +100. And
Judge Joe is just dying. He cannot. He goes, I wish it was damn next week, Mike. I talked to him on the phone yesterday for about 30 minutes. We had a nice chat just about life.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Next one that's interesting to me is Minnesota at Portland. Minnesota, nice overtime game against the Spurs. They wound up losing. Now, does that take it out? Does that deflate them, or does that give them confidence that they're a real team here? -4.5 against Portland. What do you think?
Well, Tom Thibodeau said, I am so proud of this group. All right, they're teachable. They're absolutely disciplined. And now they are learning to trust each other. That's why they're playing so well. Pete, I'm telling you right now, they're at home, and this team is really dangerous right now.
6 straight ATS wins as well.
And you know what? They're 5-0 ATS after an ATS win at home. So I'm on that. I want them on the first half and the full game,
That's what I was thinking as well. I think I'm just going to take them on the first half, though.
I'm taking them both.
Lillard, I'm going to take on the first half, it's going to be -2,
What's the full game? Can you still get a 3.5?
114. The full game? No, it's 4.5.
Oh, shoot. And the first half's only 2?
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with
2 -114.
All right, I'm going to take the first half like you and just lay off the actual game, because if Lillard, McCollum, and company do anything, I think it'll be later. But Minnesota knows that they stayed in that game with the Spurs, so therefore the first half, they're going to have energy, and they're dangerous already at home on the first half. I love that play.
And then the only other play that I'm going to throw on is also a little bit of it's Brooklyn at Memphis. I'm going to take the under 213.5. Brooklyn, of course, a big over-trender, but Memphis a huge under-trender at home.
Big time. They're getting tired, too. They even admittedly said it. Zach Randolph said he's getting tired.
Their last 3 games all went over, including a home game against Philly that went way over. But I'm thinking that the spot probably indicates that the under is a decent play. So I'm going to take just one play, the under 213.5 on the full game, and that's it for me.
Okay, I got more, so we're not done. Okay, Milwaukee's at Philadelphia.
Yes.
All right, Okafor, as far as I know, just before I came in, might not be playing tonight. And even if he does. This team's already got some injuries. Milwaukee's finally starting to pick up some steam. They've won 5 of 8. I really think Milwaukee goes in here and gets it done. What's the best shop line on the full game?
It was a 3 when it opened, I think, because of the Okafor news. Now up to 4.5.
Jesus. Okay. You know what, though?
I'm telling you, man. Milwaukee's off 2 nice home wins in covers, but before that, they were really losing ATS. And we know about Philly ATS at home.
I'm off. Now. Yeah. I like it. I was looking at 3 or 3.5 earlier.
4.5 right now.
All right, there's one other one I definitely will be pulling the trigger on. Right, Detroit is versus the Bulls. Wade is definitely out, and I don't care right now. Detroit is finally starting to be that team that they know that they can be. Now I think you see it more consistent, coming off a huge win. I think that momentum continues at home against the Bulls. Best shop line on the half in the game.
All right, the half in the game for Detroit.
Yes.
The game is now open at 4.5. Now it's up to 5.
Okay.
Minus 109.
Yep.
And the first half for Detroit, best line would be 2.5. Minus 114.
I love it. I think this is a sharp spot. The Bulls are looking for a little breath to take a deep breath, and when Wade is, and he's definitely out, Butler will try to put too much on his shoulders. He only took like 7 shots last game. He said, I'm trying to get everybody involved. Well, Detroit's trying to get in the damn playoffs and make some noise. I like it. I think that's the angle, and that's going to wrap it up for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to give my picks.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going Houston on the first half +2. Detroit first half and the full game. Minnesota on the first half -2. Cavaliers full game -9. And Pistol Pete, Golden State full game -5.5.
Right.
I'm fired up. And
nice,
you know what?
I'm
kind of glad I got my ass whooped this weekend because I'm ready to get back and get some revenge.
All right, well, I'm on 3 of those picks with you, including a bunch of others, so hopefully I can turn it around a little bit as well. Mike Brenner, it's March Madness. We'll definitely be back tomorrow for the Tuesday NBA card.
And
so
don't miss it. Odds Couple coming to you, baby. We hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, don't miss out on the best basketball betting content available on YouTube. Click our logo button on the bottom left to subscribe. And as always, guys, give us a like and drop your comments below because we want to hear from you. Visit our website to take advantage of all our free products.